Hello and welcome back to another in-depth video. Today we are talking about a lot of heavy rainfall in the east alongside the current severe threat. Now, even though we have been tracking the severe threat over the last couple days, usually severe weather and excessive rainfall go hand in hand. With these spring systems, we see more moisture getting pulled up from the Gulf, which is the warm, moist air that we need for severe thunderstorms. But that also brings up, just in general, a lot more moisture to be dropped on the planet as precipitation. So we do see a lot more flash flood warnings alongside these tornado warnings and severe thunderstorm warnings because of all the moisture that can set up over specific areas. So this is the risk of exceeding flash flood guidance within 25 miles of a point, and we do have slight risks, which is at least 15% chance in Florida and Georgia, and a marginal risk, at least 5%, in Florida, Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, Maryland, West Virginia, and Pennsylvania, and even parts of Ohio. Now, this is all because as this system moves through, it's going to be getting, rainier. We're going to be seeing less of the severe threat and more of just consistent, moderate to heavy rainfall moving through this region. Now, I'm using the NAM 12-kilometer model because this excessive rainfall could also shift into the northeast, where we could see, as this low pressure kind of stalls out in Michigan, Wisconsin, and Ontario, a stream of moisture coming up from the Gulf just kind of set up over the eastern seaboard of the U.S. until another low pressure forms down here in Virginia and Maryland, and we start to see that move north, bringing in even more moisture into parts of the northeast. So we could see, all in all, across the entirety of the eastern U.S., areas of 2+ inches of rainfall from this system. That includes Indiana, Illinois, Tennessee, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, as well as Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, even into New Jersey, New York, Connecticut, Rhode Island, and Massachusetts. Areas of Rhode Island could even see 4 inches of rainfall. But in general, this area of, reddish, maroon, that is the area that could be seeing 2+ inches of rainfall. And then all these areas in pink surrounding that is 1 inch plus of rainfall, which includes basically the entire eastern seaboard, as well as parts of the Great Lakes and the southeast. So I do think that we could see a lot of flash flooding, river flooding as well across the entirety of the East Coast and basically everywhere east of the Mississippi River for the most part, because most of the rainfall west of the Mississippi River has already stopped. But major flooding in rivers and just flash flooding in general has been occurring alongside the tornadoes and the severe thunderstorms that we've had in Texas, Arkansas, Oklahoma, and Louisiana over the past few days. So I do think that this is going to continue on a wider scale throughout the next couple of days in the eastern part of the country, east of the Mississippi River. I would not be surprised if we see flash flood warnings issued for many areas, including areas of the northeast, and widespread river flood warnings in much of the northeast, as well as the southeast, and even into areas of the Mississippi River basin, as all of this precipitation has to go somewhere. So it is going to feed into the Ohio, Tennessee rivers, even the Illinois River, so on. We can go on, and all flowing out of the Mississippi. So I do believe that there are going to be some spots in that Mississippi River basin that could exceed major flood stage, and that is when things could get hairy. I mean, most of the time it's been Tennessee, but I do think that we could even see that Arkansas, Mississippi, areas right along the southern edge of the Mississippi River, where all of this rainfall from the Great Lakes region into the Ohio River Valley, into the Tennessee River Valley, all flows out of one point, New Orleans. So I think that that has to be our major concern over the next couple days as severe thunderstorms kind of tone down. Nothing over a slight risk over the next 2 days. So we're not going to be seeing major tornadoes or hail, mostly going to be strong winds at this point, as that cold air that was getting tapped into from the Rockies has dissipated at this point. Now, that doesn't mean that there's going to be 0 tornado warnings over the next couple of days. It just means that there's a lower chance for tornadoes over the next couple of days. But that is all the information that I have for today. If you enjoyed this video, consider leaving a like, subscribing, and hitting the bell. And I'll see you guys next time.